Thrones fans, welcome to another episode of Brothers at a Watch. This is the show where you have brothers talk about Game of Thrones. I don't even want to talk a lot in the beginning of this because it's like, way too much. I'm still stressed out. I'm still emotional right now to the episode. But in the building, we got my man Hank, a.k.a. Billy Page. What's going on?
What's going on, man? It's just stressful, bro. Sometimes you just got to pull out your dragon.
Yeah, sometimes you do. We got my man OG Willie Hutch. Hutch, what's good?
Salutations to the Game of Thrones nation, man. Tonight was crazy. Let's get it.
You already know. Heem, what's good?
Bro, I'm stressed. I'm out here breaking out the sweat. I'm all like, the episode. So, man, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. And we also have Judasy is back in the building. Judasy, what's going on? He's traveling, but he's still with us.
L'chaim, I'm coming here from Daytona Beach, the place where God said, I'll finish it later.
You already know. Before we talk about, first of all, this was the most amazing episode in a long time. I mean, it was so amazing that they ended at 9:52 because they knew they didn't have to give us the rest of the 8 minutes. They just left us hanging.
Let us live, yeah.
They shorted us 3 at the beginning and then 8 at the end.
Right.
And I'm still not mad at it. I'm
Not at all.
I feel like
if they gave us that 11 minutes, I think we all would have knelt over and passed out. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
I feel like
I might have died.
my grams was a little light, but the package was dope, man. It was that pandemic.
Oh, man.
Listen, but we didn't come to you last week. So let's have Juicy give us a quick breakdown of what happened last week.
Okay, so here's my thoughts based on last week's episode, because I did have to write things down because I want to come correct, because Hank, he thinks he's the greatest.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, look, hold on. I'm going to tell you one thing. First of all, y'all need to join our Facebook group.
Yes.
Because the man over there, he tagged me in some theories that didn't pan out to be true. And all I gotta say is, for my second favorite show, you come at the King, you best not miss. Go ahead.
I hear you.
Talk your little talk.
Okay, so it's a good thing that Bran got that Valyrian steel, like you said he was going to use to kill the Night King, which he gave away. So where was
the one that you said Littlefinger was going to try to kill him with? That one?
All right, here we go. All right, so here are some basic things I have an idea. First of all, I believe that Sam is going to be the one that ends up writing all the books, based on the conversation that he had right after he cured the leper, so to speak. Remember the guys talking about how he's writing this whole history of the 5 kingdoms, and Sam gives him this look like it's the longest title ever, and the guy says, "What, you don't like it? What would you say?" And the guy and Sam, what does Sam say? He goes, "I don't know, something a little more poetic." Well, you know what's poetic? A song of fire and ice. You know what I'm saying? I think that Sam's going to end up being the one that he's definitely going to live through the entire thing, and he is going to be the narrator. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my theories. Hank, challenge it. What's up?
Nah, I've heard that one. I've heard it.
Oh,
it's a good theory.
Shit.
All right.
Are we doing theories that you came up with, or are we doing theories we've seen on the internet?
I legit thought I had
so much shade.
Yeah, what's happening?
Listen though, last week.
I thought Lady Olenna died though.
By the way,
last week
was amazing tonight.
It does. That is nice.
Last week is going to be remembered for one thing, right?
Yeah.
So we got to bring that up because before we get to this amazing episode tonight, last week is going to be remembered for the way that episode ended as well. So what do you guys think about how they went off last week?
I got something. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm still.
Go ahead, Judith. Go ahead. Show. Talk your ish.
I loved what that dialogue said. So I wrote it down word for word. I love this. She says, she's a monster. You know that. And he says, to you, I'm sure, and to others as well. But after we've won and there's no one left to oppose us, when people are living peacefully in the world she built, do you really think they'll wring their hands over the way she built it? And I was just thinking, you know what? That's like the story of America. Like that is like that is like that's like I feel like that's it's kind of like this whole thing with the Redskins going on here. You know what I'm saying? Like we got people saying, "Oh, but this is tradition." I mean, he's got a point. Jamie has an absolute point because there's not enough people that are angry about that because it doesn't affect them.
Yeah.
They're enjoying their lives.
History is written by the victor.
She's written by the victims, correct?
Right. Precisely. So I think that theory, however, is going to fall apart because that also presumes that she's going to be the one that builds builds that future, and I think she's going out. But anyway, that's my piece.
Punch, how'd you feel about last week?
That scene or in general? Like,
just in general, man.
Last week was definitely dope. I do like the kind of poetic justice of Cersei, because I was wondering what she was going to do with I don't remember her name, but the Dorne Queen, her daughter. I was wondering what she was going to do. I knew it wasn't going to be like a quick kill, so I like that she like used her daughter's love as part of her torture. That was dope. And the last scene, of course, with Lady Tyrell, she went out like she lived. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, even when she was surrounded and she's like, all right, well, it is what it is, she still went out on her terms as much as she could. And she had that last little, gotcha, bitch. Yeah.
Yep.
So I like that.
Yeah, definitely crazy. Haim, what you thoughts about last week?
Hey, listen, you know, if I had some liquor, I'd pour one out for Lady Olinda because she's been a great character. You know, and she gave like the best part of the shot. Thanks, I appreciate that. She gave the best part of the shot right there with telling him like, "Listen, I killed your son. Fight me. Oh, I'm dead. Fuck you. So sorry."
Yeah, man.
So that was good. Yeah, it was a really good episode. A lot of stuff happened. I'm sorry, the Unsullied came to was it Castle Rock or not Castle? I'm sorry.
Castle Rock.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they came to Castle Rock and they thought they had the Lannisters surrounded, and Jaime outsmarted his brother again. They took over the Tyrell house, and you know they got all the gold from him. So you know, last week Cersei and them were up 3-1. You know, they were really like partying, they were dancing, they were going back home like we about to get this trophy again. It was about to be another title for the Lannisters, and
they definitely secured the bag too. They definitely secured the bag.
Yeah, they thought they secured the bag. Most people bags, but it didn't happen that way.
Which was part of this amazing episode tonight.
Yes.
I mean, so for me, last week, and I said this in the group again. Join our Facebook group, War Room Sports, Game of Thrones. I said this in the group. Last week was actually one of the episodes I enjoyed the most, and it really didn't have those major battles or crazy special effects moments. It was just a lot of good character play, and a lot of things paid off that we've been living with over the past few seasons, and that's really what this whole season, and I feel like next season is going to be about. Like, almost every time somebody says a line now, you're like, okay, they referring to season 2 when they said this or that, or season 3. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just
I'm
beautiful
like,
to see it all together.
I'm going back now, watching old episodes.
Yeah. So I mean, even seeing Jon and Dany for the first time together, it's like, yo, we waited 7 seasons for the two of them to be in the same room. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like,
everything we waited for.
Yeah.
And Jon wouldn't get on E4, which is I thought was was like, I think low key, I think she got wet off of that. I'm not gonna lie. When she was like, no.
Honestly,
she likes the type of dudes.
I think every time she say get on, I need you to bend a knee, he thinks of what's about Lady Mormont, man. Because she ain't gonna respect him if he come back talk about I'm not the king no more. She's the queen. Like, no. Lady Mormont will shank him, man.
She don't play no games.
She don't play no games. Zero.
Yeah, pretty much, more or less. Listen though, anybody got anything else to say about last week before we talk about tonight, man? Because we gotta talk about these dragons.
Rika Bish. That's about it.
Oh man,
I mean, they never got the deal to get the Dragon Stone. That's like the biggest thing from last week too. Jon.
Oh yeah, she let him.
And Jon, we haven't seen. Was it Gendry, right? Yeah. Gandry or Gendry?
Well, Jon is so like caught up in trying to tell his story that he almost looks like a crazy person. Like, he made me want to like talk to some of these homeless people I see like on my way to work. Because I'm like, yo, anybody know something about the his story sounds ridiculous, but it's true. We know it's true. He knows it's true. But I don't blame anybody else in the Seven Kingdoms for looking at him and be like, yo, what are you talking about?
You have to worry about the dead.
Yeah. The dead are coming. Crazy. Right? you're right.
Imagine someone telling you that in front of your favorite Wawa. Shop Wawa. Dead are coming.
I walk right out the store, get in my car, and go.
Stop hating.
I don't know what that person's talking about. Yeah.
But no.
Hey man, the night king coming. I need to drill under your house.
I'm gonna need to get some of that dragon glass.
Bro, we get 7-Eleven. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my man, what you want, a pack of Newports? I got you, man.
I'm not sure the nomenclature.
Oh man. All right, well listen,
also,
man.
quick before we get to the new one, quick shout out to Euron. I'm slowly starting to like him.
Man.
Medieval Negan. So
Yeah.
I appreciate his one-liners, and he's hilarious, and he's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Pretty much.
That's the shocker, man.
Yeah, right.
2 in the pig, 1 in the stink, man.
You didn't say that. Oh my God, I forgot about that. You didn't say that.
You know, y'all too much, man. Listen, man. Let's talk about tonight. Can we finally talk about this evening, though? We can finally talk about this evening,
Let's
man.
do it.
You know, let's talk about. First of all, let's shout out to Arya, man, because she, you know, she's back talking her trash. She's back a new person, by the way.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we all want to talk about the Battle of Dragons, you know, but we first have to give Arya her props and talk about her showing up this episode.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Arya?
Arya is the young female Daredevil now, because you know she learned how to train in the dark and everything, and I mean she went blow for blow with Brienne, and we know Brienne's one of the best fighters that we've seen on the show so far.
Absolutely.
I mean, she talked about I want to be trained by you for what? She's already just as good as her. So
Well, she was just smacking.
Debatable. That was 2-1 debatable. Hutch, what do you think about that?
Arya's been dope. Like she has not taken a loss this season, actually. And since she got her sight back, she hasn't taken a loss, honestly. But especially this episode, every scene she's been in, you know, she just looks like that boss. I think that was all a ruse. Like she really didn't want to be by Brienne. That was just you know, just to see. I want to see what you got. You're the one that's supposed to be protecting my sister. Let me see if you really can protect my sister. I think that's what that's about.
Well, maybe she wanted to
Did she
show
buy her,
off.
or was it a tie? I felt like it was a tie because
I think she won, dog. I feel like she won.
Brienne had the sword.
If that had been real, I mean, she was faster than Brienne. She was doing, like, you know, she was doing like what all the senseis in the movies say, like use their size and their power against them. You know, she had like 7 hits on her sword and moved all the way to the neck before Brienne finished one swipe at that one time. I mean, put like a butterfly thing like a big.
Yeah.
Wasn't Littlefinger on that list too? Littlefinger's on the list, right?
I thought so.
Wife and I were debating that. I don't remember if Littlefinger's on the list. I know she don't trust Littlefinger, but I don't think he's on the list. I think she just shady.
She looked at him like this coming from you. Like you see this, dude.
Littlefinger is the most amazing character because he like dominates scenes without saying anything. They'll just show him and he'll make a face, and it's like he'll steal a whole scene without opening his mouth.
That's very true. Yeah,
Brand needs to stop BSing though, because all he's got to do is be like, "Yo, Arya, let me tell you about Littlefinger," and boom.
Brand on some weirdo though.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Brand, like I said, man, Brand talk like Keanu Reeves now. It's like they switched out his character for Keanu Reeves. Everything he talks is real dry. It's like, hey,
you talking in metaphors, man.
If this bus goes like 60 miles per hour, we all gonna die.
you would talk like you might talk like that too if you seen what he's seen.
Yeah, he done seen everybody. He done seen every rape, every murder, every murder, death, kill. Period.
He on some Charles Xavier stuff right now, man. Just rolling around in somebody said the first ever wheelchair. That's history right there.
Shout out to Mira though. Mira was like, "Oh, word! They finally gave you a wheelchair. Cool, because I'm about to be out because I'm tired of dragging you around." And the most you can say is "thank you." Like, what?
Yeah.
And then her brother died because of him too.
Yep.
Everybody died because of him, man. Shout out to Hodor.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Hodor, you know what I'm saying?
Hold the door. Hold the
man,
door.
Relax.
Listen though,
relax. I can't. Not this episode.
Not this episode.
Relax.
Hold the door. Listen though, Brand knows not to mess with the future, man. He watched a lot of Barry Allen, so you can't be just changing the future.
Oh,
you know.
After he fucked everything up already? Oh, all right. Now he knows.
Right.
Now, right? But so he's back. I mean, everybody's back. It's like a bunch of reunions going on this episode, man. I heard like the OJ's playing in the background. It was like family reunions everywhere. People getting together. It was cool. And then, you know, in the middle of all these reunions, it happens. I mean, Danny's not listening to nobody, and you know, she said, "Let's get it."
Yeah. So how about that quick one going on with Theon and Jon Snow? I mean,
hold on. Before we get there, though, we got to talk about Jon in the caves, though. He put the little moonlighting on.
I thought he was about to get busy,
Yeah,
right.
You know, Jon is like one of them dudes. He's like he's real sullen. He reminds me of like somebody from Seattle, like a Kurt Cobain back in the day. Oh, so he came, he showed her his artwork and everything. You know, we all know Jon drew that. Like, nobody believes.
I was like, back to his dorm room.
Yeah, come on, man. Jon drew all that. Like, look, we got to work together. And he really thought he had her, and she was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm here for you, baby. As soon as you bend the knee." And Jon Jamaican, man, he don't want to bend that knee, man.
Wow.
That, man.
Wow.
No licky the poom
there though.
No licky the poom poom.
No.
He won't bend the knee.
Wow.
Oh my God, yo, something's wrong with you, man. But yeah, I don't even know what to say. But did anybody see? Yo, I just gotta move on. Did anybody see this happen with like, you know, with her just like, yo, let's just get it right now? And
yeah, she's crazy.
Jumping on a dragon.
She's crazy. Yeah,
she's
I definitely saw that coming.
She's absolutely arrogant with this. Like Hank is that is one thing, you know, as the former #1 mind of Game of Thrones, he was absolutely right about that. Like she is playing the short game, and she is not stopping to play, and she's paying the price. In fact, her dragon is, and I think she's not going to have him fly anymore. Or if she's smart, if she's going to do anything, she's going to fly one of the other dragons because she can't afford to lose that #1. He's like that was Drogon, right?
That was Drogon. That's the only one. But I think Drogon is the only one she can fly though. They have a connection. So
that's what I was gonna say. Did she ride the other two or no?
I don't think so.
Well, I think Tyrion's gonna ride one, and I think that Jon Snow's gonna ride one.
Yeah, Jon's definitely gonna ride the one that flew over him.
John is definitely gonna be on the dragon before it's all said and done. We all see that.
The one that's named after his father, he's definitely gonna ride.
Right.
Yeah.
Pause.
But it was all it definitely was like a little bit of arrogance on her part because in her head, like I have dragons and that's all that matters. Like
and she didn't put any armor on. She was wearing her little bikini in the sky. What in the world?
So as stressed as I was about this episode, it was like I knew Daenerys couldn't die. You know what I mean? So it was like, can she survive her dragon being shot out of the sky and falling? And you know, she would have died if he just dropped dead from getting shot from the crossbow. Right. So it was like I didn't think she was going to die, but then they just played with my emotions so much that I just didn't know what to do. Like I said, at this point in the game, there's so many characters that I care about.
Right.
Like I care about every single person that's interacting right now. I don't want to see any of them lose. So
you know what was so ill about this episode? It was so stressful. It was so much action, and we're all stressed out, and everybody's emotional. And no main character died when you think about it.
No,
that's true.
So how crazy is that?
But this show has to this point like it's gained so much that we know at any time our main characters could die. You know what I mean? So it's like they didn't die, so they tricked us for once. Because any other Game of Thrones episode, Jaime would have died from that fire.
I was 100%
Dragon would have died.
Anyone take this motherfucker seriously?
I'm sorry. Chill, baby. The car. Jamie would have died. Bron would have died.
I was listening to the audio. For those listening to the audio that won't see the video, Hank is sitting here with a toy dragon. Like so, just want to paint the picture for you. But no, Hank, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that.
I looked over to my wife. I was like, look, babe. I was like, Bron is my guy, but he just has so much. Like, he had so many good lines, and there was so much going on. That I was like, Bron gonna die this episode.
And they
man.
did,
like,
they did that HBO thing where they previously on is about him, and he got all these scenes where he didn't really in other episodes.
Yep.
Like,
shout out to Bron because like he's been proving a lot of things. And at first, well, I had two thoughts. That was my first thought is he's really been proving he's a lot more than just a guy that wants his coins. But I think the reason why he saved Jamie, because all logic is like, wait, does he have a heart now? Maybe, but that ain't why he saved Jamie. He saved Jamie because he lost his coins, and now he needs to get paid somehow, some way.
Absolutely.
So Judas,
that was the illest part when he almost got killed, and instead of looking back like for the dude getting ready to take his head off, he's looking at his bag of coins. Like, he looking for his bread. He's like, I didn't secure the bag. Like, what's the bag? No.
He's like, man, Sally Mae about to be on my ass.
Judas, is Bron possibly part of your tribe?
I see what you're doing there.
Wow.
And the thing is, I'm trying to be mad, but like I was totally thinking that the moment
Yo, what was wrong with all of y'all, man?
Like I was at this show and Tom Joyner was hosting it, right? Mm-hmm. And he was talking about when people stereotype, and he goes, "Listen, white people, do I like watermelon? Yes, but don't offer it to me."
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel right here when you talk about my damn coins, Hank.
Damn.
Yo, man. Oh, my God. Something's wrong with all y'all, man.
This is the shade episode.
This is definitely the shade episode. Shade everywhere. Like I said, no main characters died, and it's still the most amazing episode we've seen in weeks. Mm-hmm. Tyrion, is sitting there talking his trash.
Right.
Yeah.
That was tough for him because he thought he was going to lose his brother.
Yeah.
I thought they was going to see each other, and then it was going to be like, like a weird interaction between their
Somebody would have died there.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of setups just like that, though. There's been a lot of setups just like that all like throughout the entire series, though. It would not have been beyond Game of Thrones to kill Jaime right there while Tyrion's like, get out, like go flee, you fool, and then have to watch his brother, who has, by the way, let's not forget, is the reason why he's alive on so many occasions.
Right.
To have to watch him die and never get to thank him.
So that
and last week we found out that he didn't kill Joffrey. So like, if Jaime saw him, it would have been like not a hateful thing. It would have been like, all right, you made you kill my dad, he's an asshole, but you didn't kill Joffrey. I know you didn't kill Joffrey.
Right.
That's a good point, Heem. That might be why Jaime can't die yet, because unlike with Ned Stark, where there was more people that can possibly find out, there's no way anyone else finds out about it being, what's his name? Joffrey. About Joffrey being killed by Leanne. Well, you know what? Bran can still tell that shit, so never mind. Yeah. Maybe Jaime can die.
Bran can tell everything.
Bran can tell everything, man.
Yeah, Bran ain't telling nobody nothing.
Yeah.
That means anybody else can knock. Bran can be like, oh yeah, by the way, he said this, he did this.
And I also love
the way Bran was looking at Littlefinger when he was giving him when he was giving him the dagger. Bran was like, "Oh yeah, really? Yeah, that's what happened. Oh, okay, like, come on, you just telling me bullshit. I know.
None of them know about Bran's powers yet, right? Like nobody in
Yeah, I mean Sansa knows, but I don't think Sansa does. I don't think Sansa understands.
I was about to say, she even know what that means because she doesn't.
Nah.
Like, she just thinks that somebody got her like little, TMZ porno tape that that leaked to the media. Like, that how like
yo. Here's the one thing I think. I love how this desensitized everybody is, like within the group. Somebody does something they don't like, oh, why don't such and such kill him already? Like in this group tonight, I've seen like people wish death on pretty much every character in the entire episode.
Yeah, man.
And I also, like I was telling you guys, the most amazing thing is how people in the beginning were like, yo, I'm tired of Dany. When she came flying back on that dragon, though, everybody was right back on her side. Because she's been irritating us over the last several weeks.
Yes.
But once she comes flying back on that dragon, everything changes. I mean, it's probably because we like the dragons, not necessarily her.
It's also because we don't like the people that the dragons are killing.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, but the dragons could have killed people that we do. I think everybody likes Bronn, and I think everybody has a soft spot for Jaime.
No, but hold on. The dragons is letting that fire fly. They ain't even looking to see who they hit. They don't even care.
Nah, they don't care. They just
some Dothraki that died too.
Yeah, but shout out to the Dothraki because they got bout game. My man jumped up on the horse, letting the arrow fly. Like that was crazy.
Cut off the horse's leg. Didn't even go for Bronn.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's a real killer right there. When he died, that's a real killer right there.
Word. Yeah. And the captain looked at Terry and was like, "Yeah, your people whack. They can't fight."
Who do you think would take who? Like, I mean, this sounds kind of random, but I was just making an equivalency in my mind between Bronn and Mormont, the Jorah Mormont, because they both are similar in that, like, they're trying to. I feel like they're trying to get some kind of redemption.
Bronn is smoking.
Yeah, Jorah old.
Fight? Yeah, at first, in Jorah fight with he wants to fight with honor. Bronn don't care. Bronn gonna do whatever he needs to do to win.
But Jorah also fought and defeated the Dothraki dudes.
Don't matter, man. Bronn would win any one-on-one fight.
You think so?
They'll fight.
Jorah old, and he's still recovering from that leprosy, so like he's not the same dude anymore.
He still got a little bit of AIDS in him.
Yeah, he still got a little bit of AIDS on him. So he's not good anymore. You gotta give him time.
He got that Philadelphia.
He got that Tom Hanks. He got that Earth.
Oh, yeah, shout out.
There's a gift. It does spread, so.
Oh, I'm pretty sure y'all going to all 7 hells for that one. That's terrible.
That's definitely terrible, man.
But, okay, so what do y'all feel about Dany now being on the battlefield? Like, do y'all think that she can sustain this riding around?
First of all, how are you going to be the queen and you jump on the battlefield? And you didn't even tell your people around you. You just bounce. Like, who does that?
She's not gonna last long.
Put on some armor. Why do you guys look like Ariel from the Little Mermaid? And you go like, I don't. That's arrogance right there. Put on some armor.
So okay, so about that too. Like, I know this is season 7 and things have to speed up, but like, I could understand if she just went there with her dragon by herself and burnt everybody. But how did the Dothraki get there?
So this show's been playing with time like really weirdly. I don't know if y'all like there was I want to say like this episode they went to last episode they were at the Tyrell's house, the Tyrell's mansion. They end up like where they were now, like really fast. Things have been moving really fast this episode. And that's one thing that's kind of bugging me a little bit is that people it's been no real like respect for time.
Hold on, she said it took her 7 years to get here, and now within the last 3 weeks, she's everywhere. Like,
right, exactly.
Yeah, like it took you 7 years though.
There's not been any respect for time this season, so that's kind of blown me a little bit because
she must got Uber now. She got Uber now. That's what it is.
I guess that's what it is. Yeah.
Like how fast did it take John to leave the North and go see her? Like
exactly.
Forget leave the North. It took John like the whole first season to go from Winterfell to the Wall.
Yeah,
like, and now you can make that trip like this, man.
Yeah.
But there was so much prologue going on. There's so much dialogue.
Yeah. They done built them
they got
tunnels.
They
got tunnels.
Yeah.
So you know who we forgot about though is Sub-Zero Stark. Like, where's he at?
Oh, that's a good point.
That's right. I was thinking about him today.
True.
When they showed Arya on the hill looking over Castle Rock, I was like, is that dude? Like, because she kind of looked like him a little bit from the back. So yeah, I've been thinking about him too. She reminded me of him.
And what reminded me was the Children of the Forest drawing because, like, wasn't he like reincarnated or something like that?
He was something weird.
He was dead, right? And then they brought him back.
Yeah, he was some other.
They brought him back as a White Walker, but he's like
the other one. They like like a White Walker blade.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly.
Like a White Walker fights.
White Walker blade. Yo, so when the White Walker showing up though? When is this gonna happen, man?
Last episode. Yep.
Last episode.
No, well, yeah, because
one before the last one, like how they do.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as episode 9 anymore, though. So we gotta reprogram our minds.
So I got them coming.
They're not on the new time. They still on the old time.
Yeah, they still walking. They ain't got the cellar. So I got them covered right before John shows up at the Dragon Glass. I think it's going to take him a while to mine this Dragon Glass.
Yes.
He's going to show up and realize I got it, but
too late.
And not just mine it. They have to forge it. And like I was saying before, Gandry is one of the only ones who may or may not have even learned how to make dragon, forge swords from dragon glass and or Valyrian steel, because these are like. Say again.
I said, relax, man. This season, that's going to be done in like 20 minutes. Don't give him.
You're right.
That'll be done in like 10 minutes. Don't worry about that.
Let's show up my private jet.
All right. So here's the question, right? So as of right now, where we stand, who's in the lead?
Oh, like I said in the group chat, it's 3-2 going back to King's Landing. So
yeah, that's the one the Cavs had today. That's why I threw on the Cavs had today, because Cersei's up 3-1. And then Drogon and Daenerys came through like LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah.
Like, he's taking this back.
Okay. Yeah, but one of those dragons could be going out like KD.
How now?
Because one of them's gonna get killed with one of them giant arrow spears. He's gonna die, and then the White Walker King is gonna reincarnate him
and make him one. He just burnt the crossbow though.
That's the only one they had. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but no, here's the question. That's the only one they showed us. I don't know if that's the only one they had.
That's the only one they had, but they did act like that was the only one.
And they made a big deal about that too.
That seems like intentional cinematography, though, just to kind of let us think like, without think about what an oh damn moment that's going to be, if and when all of a sudden there's another one.
No, they didn't. When they run out there with like five or six of them, when they come up, it's 5 or 6 of them.
But I feel like the reveal this episode was like showing that this was like the only one they had. It may take time to create another one. That's what it felt like. I felt like this was a big deal.
I disagree. I say that this episode was not about that, but rather this episode was about showing that the dragons indeed are vulnerable to these giant spirits.
I agree with that too. It's sort of like Hank, to use the analogy in a Hutch. I know you watch Big Brother. It's like you let them know what kind of power you got, like Jessica just did last week. But so now she knows that they have the ability to be hurt, right? And you got to like kind of act accordingly now. Now you know they're not invincible like you've been acting for years.
And that's what happens when you miss. Imagine what can happen to that dragon if they don't miss.
Yeah. So that was the reveal. I agree with that part. But at the same time, man, I don't know, because they may have 6, 7. You know what I mean? We just don't know what they have.
I feel like they gotta have more than one, or they're building more than one, because they know she has more than one dragon.
That's true.
So they gotta be prepared for it if she were to say all 3 of the dragons. They gotta have more than one.
I agree.
We forgot about this. We didn't even think about this now. We talk about Cersei. She was dependent on that gold. Now that's all gone now.
Someone commented that. You're right. Someone commented that.
So I don't think so, because didn't Dickon's dad, the father of the Dickon, didn't he come up and say that they had already got the gold into King's Landing?
Nah.
He did.
Nah.
He did. No, he did.
He did.
That's not what he said?
Yeah, he said that.
I swear he said that. He did.
Yeah, he said we got the gold into King's Landing. I think what they burnt was all the like food, because they were trying to get the food and stuff to the rest of the army.
I feel like he said depending on the gold. He didn't say that, No,
the banker was waiting on the gold, but then the scene after that, they showed Dickon's dad, Sam's dad come up and be like, yeah, we just got all the gold in King's Landing.
Okay.
We got to worry about
okay, my bad.
Word.
When you said the banker, I thought you were going to take another shot at me.
But there must.
You did clench your fist too.
But I mean, no matter what, I don't think Cersei looks at this as a victory. Like, hey, we can injure a dragon. Like, she pretty much lost her whole army this season.
Yeah.
Like, that dragon just burnt through the whole Lannister army. I don't know who else Cersei has to fight for.
Yeah, that was because all her allies, their armies is like depleted.
Honestly, I just wanted to talk to y'all because I look at y'all like my 444 black man therapy, and I needed to be able to enjoy, like, and come here and woosah with y'all. So I appreciate y'all taking your time, to talk to me.
No doubt. Listen, man, this has been an amazing episode. We will be back with another episode because it looks like they're raising the bar every week with this show, so we definitely got to come back. I don't know what else to say other than don't accept mediocrity, be steadfast in the war against ignorance, and we'll see you chumps on top.
Peace.